Assalamu alaikum everyone. So today I'm going to be talking about a very special man, and his name was Zayd ibn Amr, and he was a very true believer in the pre-Islamic period. So let's get started. Let's get to learn a little bit about him. So Zayd was a man who lived in Makkah in pre-Islamic period. He was a monotheist, being believing only in Allah and did not worship any of the idols. And we know that at the time of the Prophet, before the Prophet ﷺ, like the Makkah, it was a very central place for idol worshipping. Around Kaaba, there were like so many idols, and people all over used to come there, and they had their own, pathetic way of doing Hajj. So. Zayd was one of those people who did not worship any idols. In fact, he hated the idol worship in Makkah and especially around Kaaba. Zayd followed the religion of Ibrahim alayhi salam in whatever weak form that it was present, and he belonged to a group of men who were called Hunafa, meaning the people who worshipped only Allah. So Zayd belonged to Banu Adi, a clan in Makkah, which was the same tribe as that of Hazrat Umar, and he was the first cousin of Hazrat Umar bin Khattab, and he would criticize idol worship in Makkah, and he did not eat the meat slaughtered in the name of idols. Zayd would say to people of Makkah that none of you are on the religion of Ibrahim alayhi salam except for me, and he was also tortured multiple times for his beliefs, especially by his uncle, who was the father of Hazrat Umar bin Khattab al-Khattab. He even tortured him. So it was a common practice in Makkah to bury their own newborn daughters because they did not like daughters. And funny enough, they said that angels were daughters of Allah. And multiple times the Quran, Allah says to them that, you like sons for yourselves and you like daughters for Allah. So, these people, they used to bury their daughters, and they had a place in Makkah where they would go and bury them. So Zayd would go to that place, and whenever someone was about to bury his daughter alive, he would say that do not kill her and I will take care of her, and he would save that girl from being buried and killed, and he would spend money on her until she would grow up, and then he would marry her off and act as her wali. So Zayd traveled to Sham and other places to learn about the true religion, like which the true religion was, because since Prophet Muhammad ﷺ had not yet been, he hadn't got the prophethood, he was, and what, Prophet ﷺ also met Zayd multiple times in Makkah, but this was the time when he had not become a prophet. So Zayd would travel to different places to learn about what the true religion was, and he would meet different priests. And in one of these trips, he was coming back to Makkah when he was attacked by robbers who were about to kill him. So he was excuse me, he was about 85 years old at that time. So in this travel, he had learned that a prophet would come in Makkah from one of the priests that he had met. So he was coming back to Makkah to wait for that prophet. So when the robbers were about to kill him, he prayed to Allah that if I am not able to meet this messenger, let my children meet him and follow him. So he was killed by the robbers at that time. So Allah accepted his dua, the dua of Zayd, and his two children, Saeed and Atika, accepted Islam. And Prophet ﷺ announced to be the prophet, his two children became Muslims. Saeed bin Zayd, he was in fact one of the first few people who accepted Islam, and he was also one of the 10 people who were given the good news of paradise in this world. And he married Fatima, who was the sister of Hazrat Umar, and we all have heard about the story of conversion of Hazrat Umar when he came to his sister's house. So this was the same sister, and Saeed ibn Zayd was also present there, and Hazrat Umar punched him, and then all that story of Hazrat Umar. And I think the story about that is also on my channel if anyone wants to watch that. So anyways, Atika, the daughter of Zayd, was married to 5 martyrs, and including Hazrat Umar, Hazrat Zubair bin Awam, and Hazrat Hassan bin Ali. So these were the two blessed children of Zayd bin Amr, who was the monotheist who believed only in Allah, even in that time, in that darkest time where everyone was worshipping idols and there were only a few people who worshipped only Allah. So this was the story of Zayd ibn Amr. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Share it with your family and friends, and I'll inshallah see you in the next one. Till then, fi aman Allah.